Lewis Thompson, talkSPORT MMA. I'm here with Shem Rock. Press conference just happened, fighting tomorrow night. How are we feeling at this stage?
I was supposed to fight at 70. Instead, I'm fighting at 73. So obviously, I'm fresher, I'm more hydrated. To be honest, I could fight today if they wanted me to. So normally at 70, I couldn't do that. I'm normally a shell of a man, but I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go. Tomorrow night, me and Attila Kokrkmaz go to war.
You know, I was really intrigued to get your mindset on so many different opponents, you know, so many changes. How does that play with your mind? I'm going to guess it was a case of it doesn't matter who's in there, you know, the Shem show's back, we go no matter what. I'm guessing that's what your mindset is?
I've had a fight camp with 9-10 opponents before, so 3. For me, that's all right. Obviously, this guy was on like 6 days' notice, so you don't get to game plan him, you don't get to train specifically for him. But like you just touched on then, I'm coming to implement Shem on you. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what your skill set is. I'm coming to do the same shit to you. I'm coming to punch you in the face. I'm coming to take you down. I'm coming to take you back. And really could choke your ass. So it's all the same to me. It doesn't matter who it is, just another body.
I'm really interested in your thoughts on NextG back in Liverpool. You know, George gave me some brilliant insight on how his training was going there, and he told me a fascinating story about how Molly McCann once spotted his potential and offered him to come down to the gym, and he stayed there since. What's that been like, having that elite group of fighters around you? Has that been like, because George mentioned something, you know, George Steen said, it's pushed me on, it's made me want to be at their level, not get left behind. Is that the same with you?
Yeah, I feel like coming to NextGen's elevated me to a new level. You look around the room and you're training with top lightweight UFC fighters, top lightweight European fighters, top prospects in the likes of Luke Riley, Liam Gittins, Adam Cullen, Nathan Fletcher, obviously Paddy leading the way, Molly leading the way, and every day you're all just trying to one-up each other, lad. It's just a real hotbed of talent, and I think not only like the way the level of coaching is and the mentality of the coaches, but just the calibre of sparring partners. Like, you do a good round against a guy like Paddy, Cullen, Riley, then you know how good you are. You're like, obviously everyone believes in themselves, but if you're not training with the top guys in the world, you're still going to go home at night and go, am I really that good? But you're training with guys, Paddy who's just beat Michael Chandler, and then, you know, like, you've got a good level to compare to, lad, and I just think in the country and possibly in all of Europe right now, we're number 1. And I don't see anyone telling me otherwise.
That's great to hear, Shem. And you were asked about this in the press conference, but they're not, you know, the promoters aren't around. But I want to ask you about the UFC London. Now, I saw you front row of that crowd. I was there in the media section. I saw your little one-to-one with Dana White. I know, you know, George Staines told me, you know, my ultimate goal is to be a UFC champion. He doesn't shy away from it. There's no way you do not want to end up in the UFC. Obviously, huge respect to OKTAGON. I mean, it's a great platform, packed stadiums, a brilliant audience, like very enthusiastic MMA fans. But that must be the last step is to fight for the UFC.
All I'll tell you is this, lad. Dana White said, yeah, Shem, what's happening, brother? You all right? I said, yeah, man, what's happening, Dana? I said, yeah, man. Lad, I'm an OKTAGON fighter, man. Don't be putting me in these pickles. Trying to get me in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Look, I've got fights left on my contract. UFC have offered me no official deals. I'm happy to be with OKTAGON. OKTAGON are looking after me, paying me well. I'm fighting on these big shows. I'm getting to travel the world. I'm just happy to stay winning and stay punching heads in.
Is that on your forefront? Is that at the front of your mind this Saturday? Is putting on a message, you know, to send that around you? Think of the clips afterwards, the reels, the TikToks.
He's a bad one, isn't he? The forefront of my mind right now is Attila Kokrkmaz and nothing else. I'm on violence, I'm on badness, I'm coming in and I'm trying to absolutely kill him. We might be smiling and joking here now, but I promise you, look in my eyes when I'm locked in that cage, I'm coming to kill him.
I just want to get your thoughts on some of the other fighters that you train with. Obviously, Molly retired after UFC London. I don't know what kind of conversations you've had with her after. Obviously, a very emotional one, especially for the locals around her. What's your kind of thoughts been since that's happened, and any kind of conversations you've had with her?
I love Molly. I'm closest to Molly with that and most people in the gym. Molly's a proper Scouser. Like, if I was to describe a Scouser, I'd be either describing me mum or describing Molly McCann. Like, she's salt of the earth. I'm sad to see her retire. I think she's actually in the prime of her life. She just had a tough night in the office against a very good fighter on a short notice change. I think the other girl, she would have beat her. And if she beat her, would she have retired? Who knows? I can't answer that question. I don't think she should retire. Not from combat sports. I think she's such a good striker that she should go into
bare knuckle,
Misfits, bare knuckle, pro boxing. If it was up to me, I'd love to see her on the Misfits card. I'd love to see her punch one of them OnlyFans birds in the face. What's that bird called? Ella?
Yeah.
I'd love to see her punch her up. Yeah. And she's probably got 20 kilo, 15 kilo on it, and Molly'd still punch her up.
Have you ever thought about Misfits?
Not a chance in the world I will ever fight boxing. No way. I'd fight bare knuckle MMA. I'd fight Muay Thai in MMA gloves. I'd do any grappling, any submission only. I'd do any grappling with slaps. And maybe
Power slap.
Maybe I'd do power slap if the money was right. Maybe. But I'm going first. I'm definitely not going second. That's in my contract.
Let's just finish on Paddy. I mean, what a result that was against Michael Chandler at UFC 314. I mean, that must be some role model and some inspiration to have in the gym, surrounded by every day. He's now arguably one fight away from a title shot, and Paddy, it could be less depending on injuries. I don't know if you've heard different, but I think Justin Gaethje could be up there as a potential next opponent based on how Makhachev is moving up to Poirier, Oliveira. What's your kind of thoughts on Pimblett and the future of him?
My ideal scenario: Islam beats JDM, retires. Poirier beats Oliveira, gets on the mic, shouts out Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett comes in for the title. Done. World tour. Everyone's speaking about it. Biggest fight since McGregor, Khabib, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
How big of a help has Pimblett been for you personally in the gym at NextG?
Yeah, very good. Improving me a lot with I'm always the offensive grappler, so now having to be anti-grappling sometimes with Paddy when he's fucking on top here. He's a very good grappler. Same with Adam Cullen. Same with George Staines. Also working on like more MMA, because everything Paddy does is MMA, and that's why when he's in there, he's so effective. Yeah. Like you see him, he can outstrike strikers, he can outgrapple grapplers, because he's doing it in MMA. I think just being around guys like that just took me to a whole new level. Alongside with the coaching, Ellis, Paul, Adam, the gym's just on fire.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.